Alors, j'ai des quêtes à rendre, j'ai un courrier à lire avec une quête dedans. J'ai hâte. Alors, il parle de quoi ce courrier? Je crois pas que j'ai de quoi craft par contre. J'ai eu des matériaux, mais je pense pas que j'en ai assez. Oh là là, l'avenir de Frank Castel. Cher Clive, encore une fois, c'est toi qui nous as sauvés. Comme toujours, je te remercie. Notre désir de protéger ceux qu'on aime, notre famille et notre ville, nous a tous unis, même sans empire, pour nous gouverner et malgré nos différences. Si nous coopérons et que nous nous battons ensemble, il n'y a rien qu'on ne puisse accomplir. Et même si ces maudites créatures revenaient un jour, tant que nous resterons unis comme à présent, je suis certaine que nous pourrons prendre les armes pour défendre Frank Castel. On s'en branle. Cher Clive, je crois que Talgor et vous avez une bien belle, vous avez fait une bien belle balade. Ce brave chien a beau avoir serré les crocs pour supporter le manque, ces longues années loin de vous ont dû être très dures à vivre pour lui. Je suis sûr qu'il avait soif de caresses et d'attention. J'espère que tu te portes bien. Faire totalement changer le regard des Dalimilois, pardon, porte sur nous. Que les Dalimino apportent sur nous prendra encore du temps, je le sais, pourtant je veux dès à présent leur témoigner ma reconnaissance, car ils ont accepté de faire d'un pourvoyeur leur chef. Par exemple, je compte améliorer encore l'organisation de notre milice et de notre brigade de soutien. Oh bien sûr, je m'attends à devoir faire face à une foule de problèmes, mais ne dit-on pas que l'aube finit toujours par dissiper les ténèbres? Personne ne dit ça. Oh, et j'aimerais également te remercier d'une manière ou d'une autre. Donne de la thune, mec. Attention de Clive et Joshua. Oui, ça, du coup, on l'avait vu. Nouveau rôle de Phoenix. Cher Clive, je me suis souvenu d'une chose que tu m'avais dite il y a longtemps. On a chacun notre rôle dans la vie. Tu m'avais expliqué qu'en tant qu'émissaire de Phoenix, mon rôle était de protéger Rosalia, tandis que ton rôle en tant que gardien était de me protéger. Bien sûr, les choses ont changé depuis que tu as prononcé ces paroles. Maintenant, je pense que mon rôle est de te protéger à mon tour. C'est une mission que j'accepte volontiers. La voie que tu as choisie nous permettra de réaliser les rêves de père, alors que je suis déterminé à t'accompagner jusqu'au bout du chemin. Bon, la voie que j'ai choisie, elle m'est un peu tombée dessus. Sujet de Jill. Mon cher frère, je ne sais pas si c'est parce que le dernier combat approche, mais j'ai l'impression que Jill est complètement épuisée ces derniers temps. Je me demandais si, à nous deux, nous ne pourrions pas trouver un moyen de l'aider à se détendre. J'ai bien un moyen de la détendre, hein. Allez. Blanche comme neige. Après, si c'est pour Jill... Il me reste beaucoup ou pas? Putain, mais il y en a beaucoup encore des trophées que j'ai pas. Oh no. Est-ce que ça veut dire qu'il reste 50 000 quêtes? Après, c'est peut-être dans celle que je dois rendre, mais quand même, il manque quand même beaucoup de trucs. J'ai peur. Attends, je vais rendre l'autre quête avant. Bon, alors, l'éclaireur, est-ce qu'on le garde? On est dans un jeu vidéo, donc oui.
Welcome back, Sid. Welcome back, Sid.
Yes. Welcome back. Trip wasn't too much of a pain in the arse, I hope. Truth be told, it was me who suggested roping you in to help with the trial. But from what I hear, things didn't go quite as planned.
No, they most certainly did not.
On a le choix. Vas-y, on est gentil. Vas-y, il est apte.
Ember lost his nerve in the face of a beast of prey, but he didn't lose
Je
heart.
pense que ça change rien du tout.
He pressed on, and he achieved his aim. And is that not what we ask of our scouts?
Indeed it is. Thank you for your honest appraisal, Sid. The fact remains, however, that Ember will not always have a battle-hardened warrior on hand to pluck him from the jaws of peril. All I have gleaned from this trial is that without someone watching his back, Ember is little more than a liability.
Wait, Sergeant. Ember still has much to learn, it's true. And this time he was found wanting. But I'd say he's due a second chance, nonetheless. After all, he did do as you asked.
With a bit of hard work, Any hand can be made to hold a blade, and any mind can conquer its fears. But a scout's nose is different. You've either got one, or you ain't. And by sniffing out that log, young Ember here has shown he has a conk and a half. Wouldn't do to waste it now, would it?
Fine. One more chance.
I'll do whatever you ask. I'll spend my days and nights in the pit if I have to. I'll show you. Just you wait.
C'est con parce que du coup j'ai dit qu'il était apte.
Daft as a brush, that one. But his heart's in the right place. Just like someone else we know. And if you ask me, we've been leaning on him for far too long. That time the Cursebreakers took some of the weight off his shoulders, I reckon.
It couldn't hurt.
Just don't tell Gav I said so, will you? I won't have him thinking he's been hard done by. Next thing you know, he'll be asking for a day off. Chance would be a fine thing. Back to work.
Alors. Ah oui, parce que du coup, il y a la quête de Joshua de mort.
Forgive me, Sid. This did not play out as I expected.
Things really do these days. But that's why we need men like Ember more than ever. Men who can make the best out of a bad situation. Remember that.
I will, Sid. Thank you.
Quête terminée. Un truc pour Ramu. Délai de réutilisation de la compétence tonnerre grondant. Tonnerre grondant, c'est laquelle? Ah, du coup, c'est peut-être intéressant, attendez. Ah non, j'ai rien pour Ramu. Alors, les dégâts de charge enflammée. Le délai du crochet tellurique. Délai de feu résurrecteur. Est-ce que j'ai vraiment besoin de dommages sur cette attaque? Alors qu'en vrai, cette attaque-là, enfin, c'est bien des dommages sur les petits mobs, mais en vrai, sur les gros, c'est chiant. Parce que je peux pas trop l'utiliser. Ok, est-ce que ça serait pas mieux de mettre... Non. Augmente les dégâts, non. Augmente les dégâts, non. Tumulte, j'utilise pas, je pense. Si, tumulte. Du coup... Ah, c'était quoi? C'était ça? On peut trier, ouais, voilà. Truc de titan, tumulte, réutilisation, moins de secondes, on prend ça. Ça, je vais réduire les cooldowns. Parce qu'en fait, ce qui est bien avec les compétences de titan, c'est qu'on peut bien break l'ennemi. Mais il y a des nouvelles quêtes qui s'ajoutent. Non, mais je vais péter un plomb, hein. Je vais sauter par la fenêtre. Je vais aller voir mid. Oh non, mais y a pas de fin. En fait, y a pas de fin ce jeu. Mid.
Mid? Tell me this is all
Tiens
you
ta
need.
merde, fais-moi un truc qui vole. Fais-moi un aéronef.
Aw, you make it sound like I asked you to save the world or something.
Tell me this is all you need.
It's most of what I need.
Oh pétoche.
After you left, I went over the figures again, and I realised I'd forgotten a 1 and a 0
And
and a cogwheel. Just a tiny one.
Ah bah.
Though that's the problem. Gears that small are a bastard to make, and I may have lost the one.
Je sais où il est.
Night toiling over.
wait. The children. When they took apart your scales, there was a tiny brass gear. Now that I think about it, they didn't use it when we put the scales back together.
The young'uns? But why would they... You know what? I don't want to know. I'll keep working on the model. You go and find that cog.
Allez, on va récupérer ce rouage.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
Donnez-moi le rouage. Ceci est un braquage.
Sid, is Mid still hiding from us?
She wasn't hiding. She's fine. She's just busy working on her next project.
A new invention? What is it? What is it? Is it an airship? I bet it's an airship!
Do you think she'll let us help?
That just so happens to be why I'm here. She needs something special, something only you three can provide. A brass gear. A tiny one. One that might fit on, say, a set of scales?
Oh, the one you forgot! We remember!
We saved it, just in case. It's in the bag of bits.
Since your lesson, we've been disassembling, then reassembling everything we can find.
Oui, la couleur elle a changé d'un coup.
Left over, we keep under our beds, just in case.
That's good to know.
Look! I found it! Is that all? Just the gear?
Ils auraient pu aller le donner. Hein.
Mid needs them.
That's all for now. But I'll let Mid know about your hoard. Just in case.
Thanks, Sid.
Petit rouage. Bon, ça va. Quand elle m'a dit qu'elle avait besoin d'une nouvelle pièce, j'avais envie de la tuer, mais bon. C'est juste à côté.
Well, did they have it?
Tiens. On peut plus. Mitch, je suis à bout.
They did. And they kept it somewhere nice and safe. Will it work?
Will it work? He's perfect! You're a genius, Clive.
What exactly are you going to use it for?
Only the most important job of all. The wings aren't going to move on their own. But with the right cog in the right place... Well,
Ouais.
you just wait and see.
L'anglais qui est beaucoup plus rapide que la description en français.
That should do it.
Trop stylé.
Here goes nothing.
Ah, et plus de piles.
Titan's tits.
It wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly. Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't. Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad. I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without. Show folk how to take flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes, children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I. Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head, or do I follow my heart?
Good question. The first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And he were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this. Right. When this is over, I'm gonna take all my mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
But all that hard work...
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it ain't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm going to bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out. Ooh, I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
Très bien. C'est terminé. C'est terminé. Ah putain.
Of course, if I'm putting this engine at the end of a treasure hunt, I'll still need to make it a treasure worth hunting for. Won't be much of a prize if it couldn't even make a toy boat fly after all. My dad always said, dream big. But it ain't the size of a dream that's important, is it, Clive? Only that it's a good one. And I reckon I've got a fair few good uns left in me.
I'm sure you do.
C'est terminé. Modèle réduit d'aéronef. Alors... Non, ça va, j'avais peur qu'elle me redonne une quête pour une autre de ses créations à la con. Bon, du coup, on a une nouvelle quête. Ah. Plus celle de Jill. Enfin, de Joshua par rapport à Jill. Après, si ça se trouve, c'est hyper rapide, mais bon. On a ici une... Non, pas le bon PNJ. Quoi?
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
Des récompenses. Les gants de Genji. Mais là, je me dis, je suis à 2465. Ça va jusque 2850. Est-ce que, avec les quêtes que j'ai, c'est suffisant ou est-ce que ça va encore être la merde et y a encore des trucs? 5% augmente de 5% les dégâts infligés aux ennemis. Ok. Avec toutes les quêtes que j'ai, est-ce que c'est suffisant pour arriver au bout ou est-ce que ça veut dire qu'il y a d'autres quêtes en plus? Ça, telle est la question. Je ne sais pas. Ça me fait peur. Il y a les chasses aussi, d'ailleurs, qui donnent de la réputation.
Something troubling you?
No more than usual.
Ah, il va parler de la meuf enceinte. Voilà.
Eda's baby will be coming soon, and I wanted to make something for it.
I'm sure she'd like that.
Back in the north, families would always make gifts when a bairn was on the way. Yeah, let the little tykes know they were welcome in their new homes, like.
So, what's the problem?
Well, the problem is that Eda's due any day now, and I don't know if I'll be ready in time.
Is there anything I can do to help?
You know, there just might be.
All right then. What exactly are we making?
A good luck charm. But not just any good luck charm.
Okay.
Not just any.
No. One made from the feather of a silver chocobo. There's naught lucky in all the realm, or so we used to say back home anyway. Thing is, they're hard to come by. Had Otto and Karen check with their suppliers, but nothing. I'd try and track one down myself, only...
Only the big day is fast approaching. And that's all you need, a feather.
That or the bird whose horse it's attached to, aye. I was gonna start by asking around with traveling traders plying the northern borders.
Well, there's no shortage of those passing through Martha's. I think I might make that my first port of call. I'll let you know if I find anything.
Ok.
You're a good friend, Clive. I won't forget this.
Ah, la papa, papa. Je vais pas la prendre dessus. Enfin, je vais pas la mettre en prio pour l'instant. Je sais pas exactement où sont les autres quêtes. Toi là. Joshua.
Joshua, I read your message. You're right. Jill is different. I don't think I'd realized how different, but since we returned from Drake's spine, I've felt it more and more.
I suppose it's not hard.
On l'a
to
pas vu
imagine.
depuis le retour. Hein.
She doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to remind her she is still one of us. To let her know that we still need her, now more than ever. That you still need her. But how to do that? When last we were truly close, we were but children.
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied Father on his annual tour of the Duchy? And Jill and I broke from the procession to ride up Man's Hill.
To see the snow daisies, I remember. It was the first time Father had allowed us to join him. And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down to the pot boys combing the countryside.
In the rain. A thunderstorm forced us to take refuge in a grove of oaks before we'd even made it halfway there. It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and needless to say, he was none too pleased.
Then it seems you and Jill have unfinished business. What do you say?
Man's Hill. It's not that far.
Let's go.
Oh, true. Though I suspect it is also much changed. Little in southern Rosaria remains as it was when we were children.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for bandits?
I'm saying we should first go and see if there are actually still any snow daisies left. What would you do without me, Clive?
Oh, le mec qui veut jouer la troisième roue du... Non, quatrième, je sais plus. Enfin bref, il veut jouer le... Merde, putain, comment on dit le... Il y a un truc avec un carrosse et un autre truc avec des chandelles, je sais plus. Je sais plus les expressions. Tenir la chandelle, ou être là. Je sais plus si c'est troisième ou quatrième roue du carrosse.
Let's hope one of the merchants here has what Gav needs.
Bon, toi.
Excuse me. I'm looking for something.
Oh, well, then I'm your man.
A silver chocobo feather.
Oh, or maybe not. Though you're not the first to mention the bird around here. There was a man stopped by the rest not long ago claiming he was attacked by a silver chocobo. Near some gad hovel not far from Eastpool. Most took him for a braggart and a liar, but who knows? Perhaps there was some truth to his tale.
We'll see. Thank you.
Ok. Ah, il doit y en avoir d'autres, des marchands.
Just because the heavens have gone to Reckonroom,
Ah bah.
don't mean we have to.
Voilà.
How do, traveller? You've the look of a man who could do with a new whetstone. Or perhaps a bawdy etching of the Vicerine.
Maybe another time. I'm looking for a silver chocobo feather.
If that's the case, rumours are all you're likely to find. No one has seen a silver chocobo for years. Word is they were all hunted for their feathers. Some northern nonsense about bringing good luck. Didn't bring them much, nor their bows.
Quoi, il a fait un bruit de
Many
cochon.
are still out there. I reckon they'll be doing their damnedest not to be discovered.
You're probably right. Thank you anyway.
Et... Je sais pas, peut-être par là.
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
Un marchand, un marchand. Vous êtes marchand, vous êtes marchand.
Can I help you with something?
You wouldn't happen to sell silver chocobo feathers, would you?
I deal in fruit, not fancies. But if it's fancies you're after, I suggest you try Rhiannon's ride.
Was a silver chocobo seen there?
Oh yes. If you believe the ravings of a man.
Bah c'est juste au-dessus.
It wouldn't be the first time.
C'est
A silver chocobo sighted in the hills near Rhiannon's ride.
juste au-dessus, ouais. C'est juste là.
It sounds almost too good to be true. But since I'm already here. Good girl. Faster!
Faster. Bonjour messieurs. Ah, c'est là-bas. Ok, je vois où c'est. C'est à gauche, j'avais fait une chasse à un moment. Bonjour.
Tracks. They're not left by bandits for a change.
Il va être ici. Ouais, voilà.
More tracks. And these look fresh. A chocobo was
Bon là,
here.
merde.
And recently. Perhaps it still is.
Non, l'interface. Dommage. Ouais, quand j'ai pris mon screenshot, il y avait les sous-titres, je me suis fait full baisaille.
I don't hear anything.
Ouais, parfait ça.
Well, I'll be damned.
Oui. Parfait. J'ai juste pris une plume. Je vous laisse tranquille, vous êtes
I'm not going to hurt
votre
you.
disparition.
Just borrowing a feather for my friend. Thank you.
Cool.
Let's get this back to Gav before they change their minds.
Par contre, je dois me moucher. Du coup, l'autre quête c'était ici. Et je me... Voilà. C'est mieux de respirer. Voilà, c'est tout. C'est mieux de respirer. Oh bah là, tes marguerites, elles ont l'air d'avoir fané. Hein.
This is the place, but
I'm sorry, Clive.
there's nowhere been spared. What do we do now?
We keep looking. Man's Hill cannot be the only place where snow daisies grow.
Perhaps, but it's the only place I know of. Knew of.
Then why not ask someone who might know of another?
Someone at the backyard? To the hideaway, then.
Eh ben, repartons au repère, hein, du coup. Faudra aller voir ouais, les jardiniers.
Let's hope one of the gardeners knows where to find snow daisies.
Et Gab, ouais, voilà. Putain, sur le coup, comme il n'y avait pas l'icône, j'ai cru que... qu'il avait bougé.
Clive, you're back. How'd you get on? Any luck?
Any luck, you say?
Hop.
crystals crack. Is this what I think it is? Where in the hell did you find it?
It's a long story.
Right there on the road to Eastpool. Who'd have thought it?
Everything up there's been abandoned for years. The empty cabin made for the perfect shelter. Though I fear my presence may have forced the poor creatures to look elsewhere.
Don't blame yourself, Clive. The Blight's right on Eastpool's doorstep. They'd have had to move on before long, even if you hadn't have turned up. They'll find a new home. Trust me. After all, that's what us endangered animals do. Anyway, what matters is, you managed to nick us one of their quills before they could run off. And now all that's left is to fix it to the carving.
I didn't know you could carve.
Reckon there's a lot you don't know about me. Like the fact I'm as good with a whittling knife as I am with a sword. And that bone Ember gave me's a dream to work with. What did you say it was from again? An Avis?
But it weren't your Avis, Sid. I slew one of my own at last.
So all those long nights in the pit finally bore fruit. I'm proud of you, Ember.
Don't speak too soon. I ain't done my trial yet.
There we go.
Stylé. J'aime bien.
What do you think?
I think if you ever
La plume est peut-être un peu trop grande.
Make an honest living.
Oh, will I? I should go and see if Ed is awake.
Give it my best.
You can give it to yourself. Come on.
Évidemment. C'est où? Elle est où? Elle est là-bas. Bon, j'irai après, hein. D'abord... Tiens, j'ai regardé si je peux craft un truc, mais je ne pense pas. Une arme là, mais moins bien. Ça, je peux pas la faire. Il me manque un minerai de son bracelet et un corps primitif. Ici, il me manque une langue. Et là, il me manque un pagne. Donc, je vais me faire foutre. Tout simplement.
Say what you will.
Allez, allez. Vu l'heure, ouais, on va pouvoir... Enfin, il faut pas qu'il rajoute des quêtes secondaires, quoi. On peut finir ce soir.
I need your advice. Joshua and I are looking for a place where snow daisies grow. Preferably in abundance.
Snow daisies. Then you'll want somewhere not too hot and not too cold. And where the winds are strong enough to carry the seeds. I reckon Man's Hill would be a good place to start. There in the Royal Meadows, perhaps? Both have similar climbs and the right elevation. If the Blight hasn't claimed them yet.
Right. Thank you.
On y va. Ah non.
Did you learn where we might find our flowers?
The gardener here mentioned the Royal Meadows in Sambrek.
Ah, the fields beyond Northreach. Well, if that's the case, then Yote was right. I recalled that she kept the record of our travels, you see. So I asked her if she'd perhaps noted anywhere that snow daisies grew, and she mentioned Oilerfeist Bay.
Whose shores border the meadows. Off we go then.
Mais avant. Hop, je me TP pour tricher et pour revenir au début de la zone pour pouvoir aller à l'infirmerie plus rapidement. Hop. Et ici. Ida.
How are you feeling?
Well, thank you. Is something wrong?
Wrong? No, nothing like that. What it is,
Go on, please. It's beautiful. Did you make it?
We did, aye. It's from all of us here at the Hideaway. Your new family, like. It's a good luck charm. We may come up north when a band's on the way. I mean a baby. To let him know that they're part of the family too. Oh, I hope you like it.
I don't know what to say. I thank you, my lords, for everything.
If there's anything you need, just let us know.
I will.
Clive, fancy a swift off? I'm thirsty.
I could be convinced.
Notre best bro. Au début, je pensais qu'il allait être insupportable, et en fait, non, ça va. Gab, il est cool.
Don't you think you've had enough?
No, we're celebrating. I'm gonna be a father.
Oula.
I think Edda might have something to say about that.
You know what I mean. Bit of light in these dark times.
Un peu cringe là par contre.
Wasn't long after me 10th name day. My mum told us she was with child again. I was over the fucking moon. I was looking forward to having a little one to lord it over. What with me being the runt of the litter. Thought I'd finally have a chance to prove to the world that I could be a big brother. Imperials came the day she went into labour. Had myself a baby sister. And then I didn't. My whole family gone in a blink, while I hid in the cellar like the spineless little arsehole I was. Great brother I turned out to be. I'll never be a leader. And I'll never be a hero. I'm just a daft little dog who comes running when his master calls. I'll never be like you, or Sid, or Jill, or even Torgal.
Have you finished?
Maybe.
Do you know why you're our best scout? Because you don't need anyone to hold your hand. Without your resourcefulness, your courage, your determination, I don't know where we'd be. Maybe hanging off a cliff like,
That was only the once.
Exactly. You learned from it. And here you are after Founder knows how many missions, stronger for everyone. And let's not forget Rosalith. Who was it who freed me from the dungeon? Who was it who ran to Jill's rescue?
That would be me.
Because you're our brother, Gav. My brother.
Your brother.
Which means that when the time comes,
I get your room. And your sword.
Voilà, les traductions qui sont complètement différentes. Très bien. J'aime bien ces petits moments avec Gab, ils sont bien faits.
I may have had one too many.
You may have had 10 too many.
I said I was thirsty. Better get back to work anyway. After I walk this off.
Allez.
Clive?
Oh non.
What is it?
Thanks for, you know.
I know.